And just an FYI, it's recreational.
Oh, y'all are witches. Witches, I tell you. Whoever Digital Deceiver Shadows is, I'm gonna tell you something one time. Bigger and badder bitches have come for me.
Oh, shut the fuck up and listen! Oh, shut the fuck up and listen! Shut the fuck up and listen! Shut the fuck up and listen! Shut the fuck up and listen!
What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Channing, and today we're sifting through one of the wackiest examples of a TikTok e-begging lolcow, also known as Beth Osborn. Now, this story is not only interesting, but also equally perplexing due to Beth's living situation. You see, Beth and her lover named Devin live in an RV along with 8 dogs and counting. But the problem is, both Devin and Beth refuse to get realistic jobs to create a better life for their family of 8 dogs. And because of this, Beth resorts to TikTok Live in hopes of getting viewers to send them money. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and watch one of the earliest videos I could find of Beth, where she's denying accusations of stealing someone's service dog.
I've just been made aware that someone named Marla Scott has been accessing people on my messenger list and telling them...
All right, enough.
Telling them that my husband and I stole her service dog. Enough! Go out! I'm done! Sorry about that, y'all.
Now, I'm unaware if Marla Scott is even a real person or if it's just a TikTok troll messing with Beth, but the video that we just watched was interesting to say the least. And I can't help but mention how Beth is just straight up yelling at her dog while trying to deny claims of stealing one. I just find that pretty ironic. And what's funny about Beth is how she uses the same exact gingerbread filter as Tofiachu, who is another notorious TikTok e-beggar. Now, I'm gonna play a clip of Beth, then I'm gonna play a clip of Tofiachu, just so you can see the resemblance and similarities between these two infamous e-beggars.
Oh, Heidi, have you heard me ask for anything? We're literally just in here talking. Just because I haven't changed the live title doesn't mean crap. Have you heard me ask for anything, Heidi? Have you heard me say Cash App's above my head, links are in the bio? No, you haven't. And trust me, if I needed something, I'd ask for it. Hi, Hair Junkie, how are you? I don't expect anything. If I need help, I'll ask for it. Trust and believe, Heidi. That's the difference between you and me.
Mustard! I had to. Because you have to scream mustard. Hello? That's the song.
Yeah, so as you can see, this gingerbread filter e-beg method must be the best way to get that TikTok bread. But at this point, it's very important to mention that Beth's account is absolutely flooded with trolls, as you could probably tell, which would ultimately leave Beth entertaining a multitude of hate comments, which would then absolutely piss off Beth's lover, Devin. And you guys will definitely see some serious examples of that in this video. But before we take a look at that, there's an interesting part to Beth and Devin's story that I truly found disturbing. You see, on TikTok, there is a guy that goes by the name Shane is Great. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this guy other than the fact that he rented property to Beth and Devin in the past, before they decided to start living in an RV. So what you're about to see is Shane doing a walkthrough of this house, where Beth and Devin previously stayed. And let me just say, fair warning, because this is pretty bad.
So this house, a lot of people have been asking me to see, because the folks that lived in it are somewhat TikTok infamous. Before we even go in, we are going to spray our feet with some bug spray, because I'm a little concerned we might have fleas. They have roughly 8 dogs in this house. So the first and obvious thing is the yard has grown up like crazy and there's garbage outside. This is something the city has as a pickup, and she told me that she called the city for the pickup of large items, so hopefully that's going to be taken care of. But this yard should have been maintained by her, and clearly it has not. And this area is all grown up. Peeling paint on the porch, that's not too big of a deal. I don't know if I want to touch some of these things. Apparently they put cardboard over the windows. Interesting choice. Here goes something. Oh, well, the smell is fragrant. Look at all the dog hair. And these floors were newly refinished. And now they are very scratched up, which unfortunately isn't that surprising. And this paint wasn't peeling before, but there were definitely some damage to the walls already. Oh, broken drawer. Lovely. I guess the doorknob's missing. Okay, we got a baby gate here. Oh man, this smells so bad in here. Oh, I think this has just been closed off. Oh man. Oh, you're so lucky you can't smell this TikTok. You are so lucky. So keeping rooms closed off in the Arkansas hot, humid summer is not a good idea. Let's see, we got some peeling stuff here. Shower head is missing. I don't know where the, oh, there it is. I don't want to know what's in that bag. This is a 4-bedroom house. Oh, carpet's gone now. There was carpet in here. I was going to replace the carpet anyway, but
I think we got quite a bit to do.
we've got a lot to do. We've got a lot to do.
Ceiling fan.
Yeah. Oh my. This is probably not the tenant's fault, other than maybe not reporting a leak to me. No, this doesn't look like water.
They should have told us about that.
It does not look like water. Let's see the back area here. Mosquito farm. A lot of people farm mosquitoes in Arkansas. It's a good idea. Let's just dump that out because I'm going to be spending a lot of time here. And I don't really want any extra mosquitoes. Oh man, so much dog poo. Again, they had a large number of dogs. And our fireplace is broken now. That was intact before. It was just something to make the patio here. Yeah, I guess all the dog poop does attract a lot of flies. That's part of it here. Damage to
sheetrock, and then there's a roach.
Yeah, that's a dog that is scratched.
We need to bomb the place.
Yeah, there's roaches, there's flies. This is going to take a bit. And the big fridge is gone. I'm not sure what happened to the fridge.
Now, after watching that tour of the house, it's clear to me that Beth and Devin lack the skills to properly clean up after themselves, let alone taking care of that many dogs. And I know not everybody takes pride in having a clean space, and people can get busy, but to a certain point, you just gotta think, maybe having 8 dogs that you can't take care of might be the problem. Because if we just look around at the damage in this house, it's pretty obvious that a lot of this damage came from anxious dogs, which is just genuinely sad. I mean, just look at this part in the video where the damage on the wall looks like a dog was gnawing at it. And what's even worse is I also found a video that Beth took inside of this exact house, where we can see one of her dogs locked in a cage amongst a room full of trash and debris. It's abundantly clear to me that these dogs are not in an ideal environment. Now, one thing about Beth and Devin is the fact that they are not only e-beggars, but also scammers. Because on various occasions, Beth would receive money that she would then promise to pay back. And surprisingly, a decent amount of people would send Beth money solely for their dogs. But it's in question as to what exactly Beth would spend this money on, because it seemed as if every time Beth would get paid, she'd be seen on live the same night getting high off the giggle ganja. And it's also heavily speculated that both Devin and Beth like to indulge in some harder substances as well. And Beth will do everything to make that internet money, from trying the sympathy route to even creating online psychic scams where Beth will predict your future in exchange for a few dollars.
I'm having an interesting feeling that part of your struggle... You've been fighting a dragon on your back, haven't you, Miss Heather?
Yes.
I'm not gonna put your personal business too far out there. but you have been struggling. Part of that decision is with a dragon on your back.
I'm sorry, but a dragon on your back? I have so many questions. Is Heather a paid actor? Does she actually believe that Beth Osborn of all people is predicting her future or something? You see, sometimes guys, I genuinely cannot believe that some of these people, even the side characters in these stories, are real people. But they are. Now, another interesting part about Beth is her anger issues. You see, very similar to Miss Lena Bull, if you happen to see that video I made on her, Beth likes to get very angry and spends a lot of time trying to prove the trolls wrong, as you can see here.
Sorry, my house is quite clean.
That's a rhetorical question.
What?
My house is fucking spotless,
Dogs
bitch.
are so hungry, they're eating.
Now, I just can't help but mention how similar both Lena and Beth are. Like, these two would be the absolute bestest of friends, because they even crash out about the same things, like if their house is clean or not.
My house ain't dirty! You! Maybe I got stuff sitting on my table. Yeah, I got the right to have stuff on my table. My house ain't dirty! Right there, my house ain't dirty! Look, my house is not dirty!
Anywho, in this next video, we get to see some of Beth's delusional side, where she refers to her fans as a positive group of people, completely undermining the fact that most of her audience is trolls.
What's up, everybody? I just wanted to share a quick little thought with you guys. I am beyond blessed, beyond measure, to be able to have such a supportive group of people that are willing to help me live the dream for me and my husband and our dogs, which is peace and safety.
Now, I'm all for the go quit your job and live in an RV lifestyle or whatever. Shoot, I even traveled the US in a van for a little while before COVID. But what you can't do is expect people to fund that lifestyle. And you also can't expect taxpayers to fund it either. But Beth proudly explains on various occasions that she has financial support from SSI, or in other words, the government, while also saying in order for her to keep her monthly government payments, she can't get a job. And obviously the average American that's contributing to society in some way could get uneasy knowing there's people like Beth out here abusing the system, and rightfully so. One of these people that despises how Beth takes advantage of SSI is named Brittany. Now, Brittany has made it her side hustle to ruffle Beth's feathers, even mentioning how she would troll Beth while working her finance job making $28 an hour, which would infuriate Beth, leaving her to make videos like this one here.
Miss Brittany, I want you to understand two things. You can come for me, but you will not come for my dogs. I live in a 30-foot RV, and I have 8, not 7. And you know what? They get to run around the lake, and they get to enjoy themselves, and they are living their best life. They have food, they have water, and they have shelter. Oh, and by the way, your little comment about amount of dogs in Colorado only matter in city limits.
Yeah, so Beth would basically take it upon herself to constantly prove any troll wrong, even going as far as threatening viewers, as you can see here.
I never threatened anybody with a pew-pew. I said I'm a dog walk somebody. Get it right.
A few moments later.
You coming fishing tomorrow? Come over here, B. I want you to come over here, homie. I ain't got shit planned for tomorrow, dog. Come over here, dog. I got something for you. All I gotta say is bang, bang, shoot 'em up to 'em.
Now, I just love how Beth is like, I don't got no plans for tomorrow, as if she has plans in the first place. Like, Beth, let's be real. All you do is sit around, collect government checks, and expect people to continuously fund your sad and lazy lifestyle. You'd rather spend your money on giggle ganja than create a positive future for yourself and your dogs. And I'm not one to say that the weed is the problem. Like, I know way too many stoners that have their life together, a full-time job, shoot, maybe even kids, and they don't let something like that get in the way of their lust for life. But for Beth and Devin, that's a completely different story. Now, up to this point, Devin has yet to make many appearances on Beth's lives or social media, until one day, where Devin is explaining to us that the giggle ganja is recreational.
So, I can break it down in 2 simple sentences, babe. Hi, Brittany. Welcome into my home. my permanent residence. And under Colorado statute, that makes these 4 walls a private dwelling. Therefore, as long as I am not walking around puffing the America's cannabis, I'm not in violation of state law. Also, if you will remember in 2015, a good portion of that law was struck down due to the bias against a socioeconomic class called homeless. You can't make something legal and then be like, oh, but you have to have a private dwelling with 4 walls to be able to utilize it. That's discriminatory against the socioeconomic class. Glad you got your education today. Sorry, babe.
And just an FYI, it's recreational legal here, lady. Get your facts right.
Yeah, guys, it's recreational. Now, Brittany would ultimately release one more final blow on Beth, exposing how Beth's own family members will stay away from her, even mentioning her own 2 kids.
People that are in active duty, and they looked her name up. And
oh, here comes
they went as far as contacting her family members, and they also said no, she isn't. Her own family stays away from her.
No,
because of how she is.
Lies.
She's got 3 kids that she won't even have anything to do with her.
Lies.
3
lies. There's 2, stupid.
I just love how Beth is like, it's 2, stupid, as if having 2 kids that don't want anything to do with you is better than 3. I mean, I guess technically, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. And it just goes to show how Beth is delusional to the fact that even saying that in rebuttal to Brittany just makes herself look way worse. And it's just terrible knowing that Beth's own kids don't want anything to do with her. But what Beth does is resorts to owning multiple dogs that she can't even properly take care of in the first place either. And I have to mention how defeated these poor dogs look as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Obviously, after watching this video, it's clear that this is no life for a dog, let alone 8 in total. Not only is living in an RV too small of a space for that amount of life, but it's also inhumane. These dogs just look absolutely defeated, and that breaks my heart. Now, as we continue through this story, I also found a video of Beth blaming her viewers for getting a kidney stone, as you can see here.
But I do need to get some supplies to help pass this fucking stone that y'all probably are the reason I fucking have. God damn, it's probably actually an ulcer built into my fucking kidney thanks to you.
Now, the reason why I wanted to show this video isn't just because I think it's funny, because it is, but also because this video just shows how Beth fails to take any accountability for her own actions. Like, imagine lacking the self-awareness to then blame internet trolls for a kidney stone. But Beth would ultimately get what she deserved because not too long after that, Beth and Devin would be kicked from a campsite that they parked their RV at, as you can see here.
Okay, so quick 60-second explanation. They got me kicked out of the campsite we were gonna stay at monthly. Last night, I got drugged to a friend's house. We're plugged into her electricity. I gave her my TikTok cash out so that I could stay here for a couple of days till I get paid, so we can figure out what to do.
Now, what's interesting about the video we just watched is noticing the backdrop covering the RV's windows. And for those of you that don't know, this is actually a jail blanket that's given to people who are locked up. And in this next video showcasing Devin, you'll get a really good look at this jail blanket, as you can see here.
What is wrong with these people and these women and these boxers? And nobody sees it and wants to call them out on their shit. But they want to call us out on every move that me and Beth do, and our dogs. No, this is not how this one-way street is. I'm going to start flipping my script on you guys and making you guys realize that you guys ain't as good people, and making other people realize that you guys talk outside your neck of good people.
I just love how Devin is boasting about being a good person while literally standing in front of this jail blanket. Not to say that everyone that goes to jail is a bad person, because that's obviously a terrible take. I just simply find it ironic how Devin is huffing so much copium. Now, as Devin had more and more appearances on Beth's social media, it seemed to cause a drift in their relationship. In other words, the trolls seemed to drive a wedge in between Beth and Devin's love life. Because in the next videos, we see Beth and Devin getting into a fight. And what they're fighting about is bringing a 3-year-old into the picture, which obviously doesn't need to happen, not even in the slightest.
My fucking little goddamn
Shut up.
niece.
Child custody attorneys.
No, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna put that child on my motherfucking guts for you fucking grown-ass people who don't know how to fucking keep your mouth shut and keep your own damn business.
Shut the fuck up, Devin. Tina just fucked herself. I literally have her threatening to harass a government agency.
It doesn't matter.
It does, bitch.
Nobody's gonna do anything. I'm not gonna.
Oh my God, shut up.
I'm not gonna do it.
You need to shut the fuck up.
No.
You're not gonna let this little girl go into fucking custody.
Yep. Nope. I'm done.
You're not fucking doing this shit.
Yes, I am. I'm not bringing this little girl into a situation where these motherfuckers can't keep their fucking nose out of their other people's business.
Just stop.
No.
Now, after watching this video, I have no idea why a 3-year-old getting brought to Beth and Devin's custody would even be considered. And I'm not gonna lie, after seeing the patterns in Beth's psyche, in my opinion, this quote-unquote 3-year-old was just another e-begging scam arc that Beth could milk money from. And Beth's scams are getting so twisted and deep to where she doesn't even disclose her ideas to Devin. So essentially, what we just watched is Beth trying to cover her own ass, while Devin is so delusional to the point where he actually believes Beth wants to bring a 3-year-old into their messy example of a life, when in actuality all Beth wants to do is have another source of revenue. And it's obvious to us that Devin was against this idea, which then left Beth absolutely crashing out on Devin. And this wouldn't be the first time these two get into a fight, because in this next video Devin threatened to leave Beth, as you can see here.
I'm
ready about to leave Beth.
I don't care what you fucking do, bro.
I'm ready about to leave Beth. I'm done. I can't do this fucking no more. You guys have driven me too fucking far, too much. From here on out, you guys won't see me, hear from me at all on fucking TikTok or anything like that. She can sit here and fucking be on fucking social media. I can't do this no more.
I just won't let you win, and that's what you're trying to do is push people out.
I'm done. I'm
not gonna let you win.
I'm letting you win.
I'm absolutely not going to.
I tap out.
Now, to my understanding, both Beth and Devin are still together, and this was just a little ripple in the water in terms of their relationship. And I even found a crazier video of Beth and Devin threatening a literal child after making a tooth fairy comment on Beth's live.
Her kid was in the background talking shit to me, talking about how the tooth fairy didn't want ass teeth, and he said what he said.
It's green light, homie.
Your kids are no longer.
Your kids are no longer safe once they come. Fucking shit comes out their fucking mouth, and you
Teach your
laugh
kids to
about it.
stop fucking talking on the internet. That's how you fucking do it. Lots of fucking actions, bitch.
Honestly.
No disrespect. Can I speak? Shut up. I'm done being the better person. I'm done being the better person. If you don't like it,
The better person would be.
yeah, but don't sit there and tell me I need to be the better person.
Better person would
I'll
be.
call this ass on. Hold on. I call this ass on what he said. I'll move the fuck on. You don't like what the fuck was said. I don't care.
Bye. See ya.
I'm done being the better person. You don't need to sit here and tell me, oh, well, you could be the better person and not go lower than them.
Now, the fact that Beth and Devin lack the brain cells to be adults in this situation is crazy. Then to say that it's fair game or it's not safe for a kid when they start talking crap is one of the most wild takes I've ever heard. And just watching Beth defend Devin saying this is even more crazy. But the thing that absolutely blows me away is the fact that Beth is still super adamant on getting custody of this quote-unquote 3-year-old that we mentioned earlier, even saying she's gonna get a house and a transfer of custody for this child. And in my opinion, I'm still standing on my speculations. I honestly don't think this parenting era is even realistic. Like, I genuinely cannot see CPS going into their situation, for example, and stamping any sort of approval. Let's not forget that this couple lives in an RV with 8 dogs. And to be quite honest, I think this is just another cash grab from Beth.
We reached out to Rico's mom to let her know what was going on with his charge very abundantly clear. She needed some help. She's old, raised her own kids. Everybody's in the game up there. I think she wants baby girl to have a chance to not be a part of that life.
Have a better opportunity.
So we are going to be moving into a house. And I have spoken with DCFS. Already, we are going to end up doing a transfer of custody through the state of Colorado if and when it comes to that. We have to go through the background checks. We have to do a home check. Exactly. So, when she reached out to us, we started making some changes already. I contacted DCFS this morning, the DSHS office. I also contacted the housing department up there where we're looking at. I did put in some applications yesterday. I got 3 callbacks already on them. So, I'm just step by step at this point.
Now, after watching this video, we can't forget about the comments Beth and Devin made about that child that left hate comments on their live. Because if that's the case, they should stay far, far away from children. And it doesn't surprise me knowing that Beth's own children don't want anything to do with her. Now, the last video I have of Beth is a more recent video of her saying she got accepted into college, as you can see here.
Yep. I just got accepted into college.
Your administration application to college has been received. You will receive your application email within the next 2 business days. Get that better. And then fucking right after you start yours, I'll start mine. You're gonna be busy. We gotta get you a new laptop though.
I just love how Beth is acting like she got accepted into a college. Then Devin reads out the email or whatever out loud, blatantly exposing how the application was received, not accepted, which are 2 way different things. Like, I could send Harvard a college application right now, and it would go through. It would get received, but that doesn't mean my dumbass would get accepted. And after making this video, it's clear to me that Beth and Devin are unfit parents for their 8 dogs. And it's just sad knowing that Beth and Devin would rather live lazy lives off government checks rather than building a life full of positive goals and ambitions. I just hope people stop sending people like this money, because all it does is make these situations worse. It's like giving a homeless guy money. You can't guarantee that that person you gave money to is going to buy a room, food, or something to further an addiction. So it's always best to look at these types of situations from a logical perspective, instead of aimlessly sending these people money. And at the end of the day, I think Beth and Devin have some serious work they need to do if they want to turn their lives around. But it all starts with them taking the steps in order to do so, which also seems very unlikely. But that's about all I have in terms of Beth and Devin's story. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and a dislike if you didn't. I also want to say thank you guys so much for 9,000 subscribers. I absolutely love making videos for you guys, and it's a crazy feeling knowing there's almost 10,000 of you guys who are interested in what I put together. As always, thanks for making me a part of your day, and God bless.